Yo, YouTube! Greetings and salutations, it's your boy, Uncle Jim!
There he is, Uncle Jim, Superman in St. Louis. He's got the hair, he's got the hairy Mack on. Let's go!
Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Look out to the west. Look out to the best. Out to your left, it's an individual from time to time who might go up and down the Pacific Coast Highway, just seeing what's going on in the boot, if you will. Malibu, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. It is the West Coast Wizard. You know him, you love him. Give it up for Curtis Magic.
Curtis Magic, PCH, every single day.
That seems like a lot. Because that place can get jammed up.
Wow, gas
hey, on a Saturday, woo-wee. Appreciate you coming through and being a part of the fam,
love you,
connecting with us. You guys have been amazing. Hitting the subscribe, hitting the thumbs up and the likes, and also getting at us in the comments. And as a result, we are not one to shy away from a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. You came through and told us about this collaboration between two juggernauts out on these.
That's right. Some have used passive aggressiveness, but that's okay.
Some might have come in. Some might have aggressively hit us up in our Patreon feed.
That's right.
Hey, whatever you got to do to get it done,
bro.
But it was about an individual that you know is the GOAT.
Yeah,
Mr. Harold
McKenzie.
Yeah, Harold. Yep. Harry Mack. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you listening to and being fans of this man. And then we also brought in an individual named Marc Rebillet. Rebillet?
Yeah, that's Rebillet.
I'm just going to go with it. I appreciate
must be Rebillet.
Those of you who are going to come through the comments and give us the official pronunciation. We're excited. Now, we don't, neither of us have watched any of this. We don't know anything about what's going on. Apparently, they got together. They did a little collaboration. It was an hour and a half. We're only giving you a segment.
Yeah, just maybe, a smidgen, just a taste.
If people enjoy it, maybe
we'll toe in the water. You gotta watch the whole thing, though. It's fire. Let's go.
All right, so let's get into it. Let's quit dillying and dallying. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Let's do it. Woo! Yeah. Got you in the crazy state. When in doubt, go with 808. Hold up, so we got you in the crazy state. When in doubt, we gon' smack him with the 808. Hold up, so we got you in the crazy state. When in doubt, we gon' smack him with the 808. Yeah, we in the crazy state. When in doubt, we gon' smack him with the 808. Yeah, we living out our dream. We pulling out that old school drum machine. Yeah, they bring it back for the replay. Caught me an 808 on eBay. We out here living our dream. We dusting up the old school drum machine. Yeah, they bring it back for the replay. Caught me an 808 off of eBay. What? Yeah, blessed just to have it. Banging out drums is a habit. I'm an addict. Hey yo, y'all know I rep from here to Seattle. 808 making subs rattle. Yeah, and y'all know we the livest guys. You can feel the sub shake when we driving by. Hold up, yeah, we increasing the birth rate. 808's hitting hard, making the earth shake. Yeah, it's like I'm stopping on the fault line. And the style that I'm using, dog, is all mine. 808 is thumping, we be slumping. Got you jumping, speakers pumping. Your assumptions get dismantled, lit like candle off the handle. Lyrics heavy like anvils, hitting your toes and sandals. Flows ferocious, we the dopest. Killing it with rhyming, and I hope they notice. Spilling it off the tempo with the 808 baseline. H-Mac, I'ma make you whine from the waistline. Whoa, moving back and forth and the message getting felt. Hit you in your waistline, something like a belt. Yeah, when you stepping up, I'm about to make you dance. Hey, hit your waistline like a belt for your pants. Holding it in place when we rock the bass. 8 to the O to the motherfucking A. Hold up. Yeah.
No more jalapenos. No more jalapenos. No more jalapenos. No more jalapenos. I'm talking no more jalapenos. I said no more jalapenos. Yeah. I said no more jalapenos.
No more.
Trying to shake my ass in the club.
Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass.
Shaking that ass.
Yeah. So we shaking that ass.
Yeah.
I know we shaking that ass.
Come on, baby.
You know we shaking that ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Got the shot in the club, got the shot in the shot and the whiskey in the club, got the shot in the shot of the vodka in the club, got the shot of the gin and the Henny in the club, got the shot in the club, got a little shot in the club, gonna sit my ass down in the club, gonna sit down, gonna feel that vibe, gonna get up, gonna dance, gonna get real high, gonna feel that vibe in the club, gonna feel a little bitty vibe in the club, gonna walk up to the shorty in the club, gonna say what up, it's in the club, I said it's that party shit up in the club, I said I'm gonna use it and use it, I'm in the club, I said I'm gonna work that muscle in the club, I'm working that vibe, working muscle in the club, gotta work that.
Bringing that funk in the club, I'ma get real drunk in the club, I'ma take a chance in the club, hey, we gon' stand up, dance in the club, yeah, I'm about to flirt in the club, got my laptop doing work in the club, yeah, I don't ever fall in the club, pulling out my cell, making calls in the club, yeah, bringing season greetings to the club, yeah, having corporate meetings in the club, yeah, hanging out with homies in the club, hey, by myself, lonely in the club, yeah, I broke into the club, yeah, not supposed to be up in the club, yeah, alarms going off in the club, hey, getting arrested by the boss of the club, damn, I'm lost in the club, hey, shit is cold as frost in the club, hey, turn the AC off in the club, damn, I'm about to cough in the club, hey, think I'm about to catch me a flu in the club, I be yelling out what it do in the club, H-Mack, y'all know I be ripping the club, yo, Mark, don't you know we way too sick for the club?
Yo, let me prescribe you a little oxalocoxinum. You got to get the medicine the best for them. Baby got an ultimatum for you because you've been in the club for 2 days straight, bitch. Gotta get out, you doing work, doing play, doing dance, doing shit, doing all that shit. I said you need to get out of the club. Need to get out of the club, see the sunshine, bitch. Need to see a little sunshine in the club. Need to see a little sunshine in the club. It doesn't really matter, baby, stay in the club. We'll put some sunshine on the sunroof light. Baby, get the sun in the club. Baby, get your son in the club. Baby, get your daughter in the club. Now the whole family in the club. Thanksgiving dinner in the club. Thanksgiving dinner in the motherfucking club. Baby, yo, it's family time, bitch, in the club. In the club. We doing everything and everything is up in the club. Feeling no vibes in the club. God damn it,
I think I'm locked in the club. No windows, no clocks in the club.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm going hard in the club. Wait,
no.
Why are there bars in the club? I don't mean bars with the drinks in the club. I mean bars like under sinks in the club. Like we locked in a cell, like we stuck in the club. Fuck it, we still turning up in the club. Wow.
In the club. In the club.
Yeah.
We turning up in the club. I'm in the club, in the club. I've been in the club for 3 months. I've been in the club for 2 years. I've been in the club, it's all here. I'm actually in prison though, weird. I'm up in the club, bitch, yo. I'm up in the damn club and locked up. I said I'm up in the club, gonna turn right up in prison. It doesn't matter, baby, smoke that blunt in that motherfucking club. Smoke that blunt in the motherfucking club. Don't worry about the smoking regulations in that goddamn club. Smoke that motherfucking blunt in the club. Smoke the damn blunt in the goddamn club. Smoke the damn blunt in the goddamn club. Smoke the damn blunt in the goddamn club. Smoke the damn blunt in the pop poop pop. Smoke the damn. That's the club, baby. A lot of shit going on in the club.
Welcome to the club. It's crazy in here.
It's a little too much in here, guys. A little too much in the club, all right?
We might need a break from the club, guys. You know, I don't know.
I'm feeling my entire life is converging onto the club, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't know.
The club is just starting to sound very weird as I say it. Just the sound
club,
of the words.
Club. Glak, klap, klak, gling, glue, gla, gluka, bruka, gling, glue, gla, glung, da, gling, do, glung, glung, glang, glang, gling, do, ding, ding, glung, gling, glung, glang, gling, da, gling, ding, do, gling, glung, glang, gling, ding, ding, do, glung, ging, glung, glang, ring, bing, 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 boom, boom, ba. I'm up inside a goddamn cool. I'm up inside a bar. I'm up inside a beat booty. I'm up inside a motherfucking roopty boo. I'm so poop, la, beep, la, pop, la, poop, la, pop, la, poop, la, pop, up inside the club. I'm up inside the club. Up inside the club.
Up in it, up in it.
Up inside the club.
I'm really up in it.
Up inside the club.
I'm really up in it.
Said I'm really up in it.
In it, in it, in it. My club experience is infinite. I'm in it, in it, in it. My club experience is infinite. In it, in it, in it. My club experience is infinite. In it, in it, in it, in it. My club experience is infinite. I bring the truest verse. The club has become my whole universe. Yeah, I'm in here with my collective. Stuck in the club, I ain't got no perspective. Yeah, y'all know that I'm truly crazed, cause I've been locked away from the UV rays. Yeah, yo, you woulda likened Frankenstein to me, cause I got no vitamin D. I'm stuck inside these motherfucking walls. Inside the club, I'm starting to evolve. Hit the dance floor, I'm starting to crawl. We up in the club and we having a ball. I haven't slept in like 48 hours. All I can taste, my saliva so sour, sweat dripping off my forehead to my eyes. I've been here for a week straight, recognize. Yeah, I'm stuck in the club. Yeah, fuck with the club. Yeah, trust me, we be up in the club. We never leaving the club. We believe in the club. And yo, before I came here, I wasn't seeing the club. Now he's in the club and she's in the club and we in the club. The only thing that we can fucking be is a club. I am the club. You are the club. The club is I. I am in it. It is me. You are about to witness these crazy thoughts coming out of my brain. I'm in the club just trying to maintain. Oh my God, too much heat in the club. My body feels like it's being beat with a club. Yeah, the club turned into a bat. Now I'm getting beat down to the ground. It was the Mack, now it's the Mack and the Marc combined, and we spell our name C-L-U-B time. What?
Oh, back in the club, back in it, get it, infinite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, baby, in the club. Gonna do the man. I can't even pretend I can rhyme like that. No damn way, no damn way. I sit and I just say that old damn K. Yeah, I'm up inside the club like that with Harry Mack. You know it's the attack.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We lost Jidge, y'all. He's not wrong. He just had to get out. He had to get some fresh air, cause
What? What?
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Exactly. Precisely.
Are you kidding me right now with this?
Bro. Look. Yeah. You're not supposed to get that kind of that was roughly 10 minutes. A very watchable, very entertaining.
This is the convergence for us, for me and Mrgij.
Yeah. No, this is what we've been.
This is it. You guys.
This is it. This is the only thing left.
I honor, power and glory and praise to all of you that came through, told us about this, kept saying, guys, it's a different. It's different. It's different. And I was like, I get it. We saw the Marcus collab, loved it. We saw him on Ellen. We saw him doing all these other things. This is so much our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
This is we said it time and again and time and again and time and again. We got into the game for the giggles, for the jokes, for the heat. We're coming in. What we love about improv is the idea that you're taking a narrative and you're creating it out of thin air. And these two do.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. Man. And I checked out a little bit of Marc's other stuff, and it's great. There's a lot of improvisational comedic components to it.
Just did a Wayne Brady jam.
And I'm just kind of checked out a little bit of the Wayne Brady one. I'm sure he's got a bunch of good stuff out there, but I'm gonna tell you, first of all, I will stick by this till they throw dirt on the top of the casket.
Yeah.
What Harry is able to do, narratively speaking, when it comes to putting these bars together. They're not just checking the boxes for any hip hop head who wants to know, does this guy have the ability to wordplay inside of the hip hop genre? Now he stepped into our arena.
Yeah.
He's done. And if you guys got a chance and watched when I actually got to go live with him and talked about how one of the reasons we love him is we got 25, 30 years between the two of us, Mrgij and I, in the improv, on the improv stages. And that's what we love.
Yeah.
People all of a sudden, new characters and ideas. And then we both were introduced within the last few years of our time doing improv to the musical side, where we would have an accompanist, either piano, or we would have somebody on the guitar. And then, Mrgij and I did a little bit of hip hop improv for a while.
That's right.
And it was just this idea of like taking it to a whole nother level. We're in the middle of telling a story. Maybe it's 2 flight attendants. Maybe it's, a construction worker and his dog, or maybe it's like 2 aliens, whoever, people interacting. We talk about relationships. We talk about circumstances. Then somebody would drop a beat or the music would kick in. We'd have to immediately start singing, and we loved it. And it was just it took something a playground we already were having a great time in, and goes, oh, do you guys want one of these like twisty slides? And do you want
turn it up whole
fun
do you want a
whole
do
you want a whole like American Ninja Warrior setup so you can just hang from the monkey bars? I mean, that's what it was like cranking it up.
Ooh.
To watch this go down like this. To see these suggestions coming off of Marc, like the club. That's a 1-word suggestion. That's how it starts whenever we do improv. We get a 1-word suggestion from the audience. Hey, what are you guys thinking? Somebody says pencil. Somebody says Montana, whatever. And then we just roll with it. And that's what they did. And they did it for 9 minutes straight. There was a back and forth. It was collaborative, because you got to figure like this. Okay, I'm nothing if Mrgij and I are in a scene together. I'm nothing if I'm not being cooperative with him.
That's right. You're trying to build that world block by block. You just contribute a verse. The other person comes in, and then you're just in agreement with each other. Wherever one goes, you're like, yeah, that's where we're going, and you build that world collaboratively.
We'll give you a smidge of it right now. There's a concept, and this is the through line for all improv, and it's called the yes and.
That's right.
It means if I start a narrative, he's not going to try and introduce something that's tangential.
Right.
He's going to try and further the story by being in agreement with what I've said. So if I come out and I go, hey, Nancy, just got to let you know that the dog died today.
Oh, no. Where was it buried?
In the yard. Next to the fish.
Oh,
we're having a real problem keeping pets alive.
I'm having a real problem not wanting to take bites out of them.
Is that what's happening? And boom, he didn't come in and go, we didn't have a dog.
I'm a boy, not Nancy.
Exactly. Right. You don't do that. You agree. And that's what these guys did, right? Club, everything. Because you can see, okay, can we agree on something? And I imagine you agree with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
In just the realm of what makes Harry great, Marc was a little out of his depth. I'm not saying that he's not tremendous at like creating these beats and creating this energy and creating like narrative chunks for but in terms of like the rhyme scheme components and the story building, I would say Harry's a little better. That's just me.
He essentially admitted that, though, so that's okay. I think it's safe to say that.
Right. Yeah, it's not a criticism.
Words. He said, I can't rhyme.
What I'm saying is like, so I'll say this.
Yes.
Okay. When, like if Mrgij and I are doing a scene together, there might be certain informations in a certain subject matter. I might have more information. It doesn't mean I'm better. So I'll go with that. I'll retrace, I'll retract the statement of better. I'll say, like obviously in the area of off top, right in the moment beat making and vibe making, plus the drops. I mean, he was magical.
Crazy. It was crazy.
Then you want to go to the rhymes.
Yeah.
And you want to go to like the narrative clarity storytelling. You got your boy H. I mean, they were having Thanksgiving in the club. Then he was getting beat with the club.
Yeah.
Then they were getting locked in the club. They were going to the club. They were having a good time at the club. They were meeting people in the club. Then all of a sudden the club was a prison.
Right.
It's insanity.
So in like sketch and in improv, we call that as exhausting the premise. You go like, how far can we take this like basically we're escalating this situation so far, and it went from being in there for a certain amount of time. They exhausted the premise of how long can you be in there, and it became this infinity thing, this loop of in an infinite. And then they went, but they stuck with it, which is amazing to be able to stick with the source material and still extract more information and go in different directions. But because they also went with like, who else is in the club with you,
Right,
and what else are
right.
you doing in the club, right?
Right.
I'm alone in the club, I'm doing corporate office work in the club. So many just
And ultimately
so many
what
directions.
that is Harry saying to Mark, I got you.
Right.
You hit me with the pass, I'm going to give it right back to you for the 3, or
Mhm.
we're going to score together, we don't score at all. And that, that's the height. Look, when I first came out to LA, I tried to do the stand-up thing. I enjoyed it to a little degree. I got up on a couple of stages. I know Madge has done some stand-up and the like, but man, improv, it's a whole nother thing, because there's
Another thing.
this energy. You know what I mean? There's this in the moment,
Mhm.
when you make connections, when it makes sense. And you saw, even with Mark kind of getting into a little bit of the gibberish, but keeping that beat tight,
Yeah.
keeping that vibe there,
Yeah.
giving more material for then Harry to come in and drop rhymes. I mean, it was a thing of beauty. I loved it. Maybe one of the best things I've ever seen him do.
I'm with you. And I will say that there's two, because I want to make sure that in addition to just his own sort of beat making, improvisational skills, Mark also did something here in this collaboration that I think can't be overlooked, which is he set Harry free in a certain way for Harry to not have to really. Mark was in charge, right? Mark is running the show, and then he'll hand it over. Harry gets bars for X amount of time.
Right.
In a way that set Harry free to just like slack out on these ideas perpetually without a sense of like, eventually I got to wrap this up. Or, he's not doing the thing with Omegle bars where it's like, I got 3 words, plus I'm going to try to reference things in the room. They were
and
really
then I'm going to come to the end of the beat.
Exactly.
And we're going to be done with the segment. Yeah.
Which is all fantastic. But in this case, it just set him free to just like goof a little bit.
Yeah.
What happens is, what we try to do when we're teaching improv is very difficult to do, but we try to say like, there's this sort of threading the needle where like, you don't want to like stray away from things that are funny. Obviously, like it's all about the giggles, but you also don't want to like play for jokes.
Right.
The jokes will only get you so far, whereas building that world leads to things that are a lot more magical. And what we ended up with is Harry getting into these silly places. That's kind of a Harry that we have never seen before, and it was a lot of fun. You could tell he's having a lot of fun. He goes into this character, almost this Adam Sandler crazy guy character for a minute. And it was a lot of fun to watch in that state. So Mark's frenetic energy and his sort of stream of consciousness vibe really set Harry free to do some things that we haven't seen him do before.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. What an amazing collaboration between two people that, again, what a wonderful experience we had watching Harry and Marcus. Brilliant. And on that sort of getting that Omegle vibe and the way that whole thing sort of has an infrastructure to it. This was a whole nother thing, because it was really just like, it's the difference between two guys getting set up to like, do a formal concert presentation versus just, hey, we're going to get in here and we're going to jam, and we're just going to let the recorder go, and then whatever it collects, it collects. There's no structure, and it's the most free-form jazz. And again, speaking to Harry's background as a jazz drummer, and then who knows what Mark's, I don't know a ton about Mark, but he seems like an amazing dude with a wild, tremendous amount of talent. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, I don't know. What else you got?
Yeah, man. I just think that I think part of this too is you watch some of the things that Marcus can do, the Harry, some of these Omegle type situations. Right. You watch him, and I think you fan out, right? You go to your fangirl place, and you're just like, wow. And then you elevate. There's a distance though, right? So there's this distance, sort of a psychological distance of like, we even the most recent do thing we talked about, we're like, we sell our guitars, we might as well.
Right.
There's something about this kind of energy that draws you in, and it just feels like you're sitting there with them, hanging out, having a drink, and just enjoying the moment together.
Look, we can all agree it's been not the best last couple of years, the last 18 months, whatever.
For sure.
Well, 12 for sure. But this is the kind of thing I haven't wanted to get on a stage. I haven't wanted to necessarily get back into that space for a while. I wish I had been in that room to be able to jam with those guys.
That's right.
Grab the mic, add a little something here and there. I mean,
I
got an opportunity
because there's real quick. I was just
no, go ahead.
There's something about it because there's something about it where it did not feel like it needed to be anything impressive. It was just so free that it was chill and
they didn't have to
inviting in that sense.
They had to check no boxes.
Yeah.
I love that. They had to check no boxes. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you being a part of the family. Appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe. Hey, for those of you who came through the comments and blew us up, and for you, B-Dub, who is always on our mind because you never stop talking. Ladies and gentlemen, we love that dude. We appreciate you coming through and being a part of the family and encouraging us.
And shouts out go to Carito_VSM.
Yes, a new member to the Patreon.
On the Patreon. Yeah,
appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Madge, you got a little something for us to close in on?
Man, you might not be hairy, but that's okay. You can still try to be a Marc Rebillet.
Got it in the club.
But no shade though.
No shade thrown.
That wasn't. Just
listen, we got nothing for you but love. We got nothing for you but hope for joy, and also always forever in this world. We need a lot more peace.
Yo, you know I'ma run this, kid. Shouts out to Curtis Magic and Uncle Jizz. Yeah, when I do my lyrics, dog, I'm repping for the faction. Hit them up online for the fly ass reactions. Yeah, out to him, I be giving mad love. Yo, shout to Uncle Jizz, I'ma give you the plug.